Traffic rules are important in terms of safety. While many people ignore some of the traffic rules we have, others try to follow them to reduce the risk of accidents. Some of the drivers don't realize that these traffic rules are ways to ensure safety and order to the people.
The traffic rules and regulations are important because this regulates the conduct of every individual, including the drivers, the motorists, the pedestrians, and the commuters, while they are on the streets, the highways, and other thoroughfares. Without traffic rules and regulations, our streets will be in chaos. So, andyan yung banggaan, then yung away, unahan, aksidente, etc., etc. Per record of our traffic ticket management division, we have three minor violations usually committed by drivers. Number one, obstruction, which is a penalty of I think 150 pesos. Number two, disregarding traffic signs, 150 pesos din ata. And the third one is yung swerving, or otherwise known as the bus lane or yellow lane violation. Yun yung a private vehicle is prohibited to swerve to the lane of public utility vehicles. In the same manner that public utility buses are not allowed to swerve to private lanes. I think 200 pesos the penalty. Yeah, aside from payment of fines and penalties, if they committed at least 3 violations, whether minor violation or major violations, they have to undergo training, traffic rules and regulations training, parang a refresher course in our traffic academy in Santa Mesa. Kapag talagang marami na ang violations mo, it may be a ground for the revocation of your license upon our recommendation to the LTO. Alright. These are committed because some drivers are ignorant about the traffic rules and regulations, and the thinking that they can always escape liability if they are caught or apprehended by traffic enforcers. And of course, the thinking then na I will violate these rules, traffic rules, kasi pwede ko naman siyang suhulan, pwede naman ako magbayad, pwede naman ma-absolve ako from any liability basta magsusugal ako. So, yun ang narasabi. Our motorists should be responsible enough and should have respect for the rule of law, respect for the traffic rules and regulations, respect for the government, respect for the implementing authority such as the MMDA, respect for the LTO, respect for the LTFRB, and respect for themselves. They should start with the LTO upon the issuance of the driver's license, that they should strictly follow the rules, the requirements, and the requirements before a driver can be issued a driver's license. After that, on our part of the MMDA, we have to be very strict in implementing these traffic rules and regulations. So, kung talagang may violation, we have to apprehend them and issue them tickets. The more na pinagpapasensyahan mo sila, the more na pinapalagpas mo any violations, the more that the driver will violate the law. Because they're thinking na, I violate the law kasi okay lang naman. Kasi pinagpapasensyahan lang naman. We should be very strict. And dapat hindi ningas kugon. From the very start that you are strict, dapat up to the end, you should be very strict in implementing the law.
Defensive driving is a way to reduce these violations and possible vehicular accidents. Its aim is to reduce the risk of driving by anticipating dangerous situations, despite adverse conditions or the mistakes of others. This can be achieved through adherence to a variety of general rules as well as a practice of specific driving techniques.
In defensive diving, it is important because not all divers are knowledgeable about defensive diving, and some divers out there are aggressive divers. So that we need to be a defensive diver to make sure that will not be in a situation that yung maantay punta tayo sa point na ma-aksidente. So yun yung defensive diving. Okay? And kailangan magkaroon tayo ng attitude, awareness, and diving skill in order to have a defensive diving knowledge. Okay? So yun. Defensive diving. So, the defensive diving techniques that we need to know to be a defensive diver is first off yung knowledge, okay, of the diving laws, and then syempre yung skill to actually manipulate the vehicle, and then syempre yung foresight para makita yung mga dangers, okay, para maka-anticipate ng mga short and long range dangers dyan sa daan, and syempre mag-scan din yung ating driving concentration, and syempre judgment, so that syempre makagawa ng correct and proper maneuver para hindi tayo mapunta sa point ng accident. Okay, for your traffic light, red means make a complete stop before intersection. Okay, and then for your green, it means go, but only when the intersection is clear. And then yellow means, okay, stop when you're meeting an intersection. Okay, when you're going to an intersection. But when you're at the intersection and you could not stop safely, proceed with caution. And then for your green arrow, it means proceed only to the direction of the arrow. And then for your flashing red light, it means, okay, that you must, okay, flashing red, it means that you must stop before intersection, check if the intersection is clear, then proceed when it's safe to do so. And then for your flashing yellow, it means that you must, okay, proceed with caution when entering an intersection. Okay? And if there's a vehicle at the intersection, you must give the right of way for vehicle already crossing the intersection. And that is your flashing yellow. And that is your lights. For your right of way, it gives the person the knowledge who has the right of way in an intersection or in a road that you're going to. That is your right of way. Okay, for non-drivers, okay, like your pedestrian, should also know that the safety of road safety. Okay, yung road safety natin dahil kasi even sila, syempre hindi knowledgeable about dun sa law natin. Kaya make sure na dapat lahat maging educated about driving. Kaya sana nga masama yan sa ating school. Pero syempre, nalaman lang yan if they learn how to drive in a driving school na yung mga pedestrian lights natin hindi minsan nasusunod. Kaya madalas na aksidente. Diba? So yun yung ating for non-drivers. They should be educated.
The preceding video presentation aims to highlight the growing menace of the modern world's non-adherence to simple rules and regulations, specifically on traffic. Even with the escalating number of accidents recorded every day, there are still some people who choose to do things in the streets their own way. It also emphasizes on efforts being made to educate people regarding road safety. It likewise tells us that traffic rules and regulations have long been established, that if followed would prevent chaos and accidents in the streets. The challenge to improve order in the urban jungle continues.